Hi everybody, Danielle here from Cherish, Surestart. Just jumping on to do a quick video based on the wee section of our nurturing programme that is about nurturing ourselves. And I love this part of the programme because it's so important and it's very insightful for a lot of parents or guardians when they do this part of the programme. So basically, nurturing ourselves is very important. In order for us to give the best of ourselves and to nurture other people around us in the best way possible, we need to be nurturing ourselves and looking after our own needs. So if we think about the analogy of when you're on an aircraft, when you're about to take off on a flight and they do the whole safety advice and demonstrations, and you're always told to put your own oxygen mask on first before you adjust your children's or the person who's with you. So I think that's a good one to kind of help us to remember. We need to nurture ourselves first to be able then to successfully nurture to the best of our ability those around us that we love. So our children, for example. So I'm just going to use a wee visual then to help us kind of get this, to reinforce the idea really. And it's a simple visual really. So anybody who's been on the parenting program, you're going to think I'm weird with cups, but this is going to mean something. Anybody who's been on the nurturing program will have seen us use these cups. I'm just going to, hopefully you can see them all there. Okay, so this is our fuel tank. This is, as parents now, within the program, we would ask people to start naming out a list of things that they do from the minute they open their eyes in the morning till they go to bed at night. Okay, so this is our fuel tank, and I'm going to throw out a few examples here that I've written down. So, we make lunch boxes up. I don't know if any of you guys do, but I do. So that's a little bit out of your fuel tank. You're getting everybody else in the house up. You have to get them dressed, so that's going to take a wee bit of energy out of you. Okay. There's maybe been a tantrum that morning because, you know, in my household there's always at least one before we get to the car. So that takes a lot of energy out of us. And we have to get ourselves washed and dressed, depending on whether or not you help to sort out your partner, your husband or wife. Okay. Breakfast needs to be made. Okay. We have to drop our kids off to school. Alright, so depending on how many kids you have, how many drop-offs that you have, sorry. Okay, we're getting ourselves to work. And then we have to, so depending on whether you are at work, you could be doing the duties that you do at work, so that's going to take a lot of your energy. But if you're a stay-at-home parent, you're cleaning up your house and you're preparing for lunchtime, so that's going to take energy. And you will notice that our tank's nearly empty and it's only lunchtime. Okay, those are just a few examples because every family is different and we all have different roles and all have different responsibilities and duties within our family. So another, yes, if you've dogs, that's another one. Walk the dogs, maybe sort out the finances. That takes a lot of brain power. As I said, we're at lunchtime and our fuel tank is empty. Okay, so let's think about ways that we can fill that tank back up again, and I mean nurture ourselves. Okay, so a few ideas would be to, I'm trying to think of what examples people would have thrown out in the groups. So ones that I can remember would be, take some time in the evening, if you can get it, to have a nice long soak. Okay, finish your cup of tea, which doesn't ever happen really, but try. We all have good intentions. Read a book. Okay. Some people would shout out, go to the hairdressers. I know that we're in lockdown and things, but that's, everybody has different things that they love. So call a friend. Talk to your partner. So that's one wee cup done. Other ways that we can fill our cup back up. Go for a walk. Do some exercise. Do some mindfulness if that's something that you like doing. Do some yoga. Lots of different ways that you can fill your cup back up. I'm trying to think of another way. Other examples, so playing a game, yes. And a holiday at some point. Those are things that are planning a holiday with your family is an example of some things that come up. Making yourself a delicious meal, watching a movie when the kids go to bed, starting a new box set, things like that. Looking after your skincare, something for you, getting a back rub. Just different ideas on how we can nurture ourselves, okay? So listen, it's really, really important. And I know that when I have said this, and a lot of us are trained, myself and my colleagues, to deliver the nurturing program. And I don't know why I say that it amazes me, because you know what, I would have thought this myself as a parent. We kind of almost, some of us, beat ourselves up about nurturing ourselves. We must nurture ourselves to be able to give the best of ourselves to the people around us, our partners, husbands, wives, children, family, extended family, friends. If we don't look after our own needs, there is no way that we can give the best of ourselves. So just always remember this visual, and just always try and know it's going to be easier some days than others, depending on the amount of kids you have, depending on the amount of responsibilities that you have, just depend on your life, on the circumstances, the change for everybody. So think about this and think of your fuel tank and how important it is to keep it topped up. You don't need permission to nurture yourself, and you don't need to give yourself a guilt trip, because some parents do. When they take some time for themselves, you want to give your children and the people around you that you love the best of you. So it is your responsibility to look after your own needs and take responsibility for making sure that you fulfill those needs. Okay, so listen, I hope that video made sense, and I will chat you all again soon. Bye.